Go. 180.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Shotgun now for Wentz. This is caught by Jackson. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Okay, what can't Deshaun Jackson do? All right, we know about the catches. We just saw another one there. Also gets involved in the return game, and he can break big plays like that. We've seen him do it throughout his NFL career.
We have. What are you thinking of anything in particular?
I'm still remembering a certain Giants punter not following orders, and Deshaun Jackson made that big-time return all the way back for a game winner in that one. I still remember seeing the looks of disbelief on the Giants sideline.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Watch the run. No. It's Ray 57.
From midfield, here's Wentz. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
50 to Mike. Watch the run.
On first down, it's Sanders. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
On 2nd down, it's Sanders. And he'll be close to a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 33.
After another really nice run, this is where a defense coordinator earns his money. His guys have been on the field a long time, so he's got to decide what he wants to do to try and slow them down. Is he going to substitute some players in, get some fresh guys, or is he just going to try to attack and try and find a way to take the ball away from them?
And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. He needed a yard. That's what he got, and it's going to earn him a new set of downs. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Kill. Turn up. Ram.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
The 13th play now coming on this opening drive. Here's 3rd down.
Check. First down. Deuce.
Wentz now to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. Ed Oliver brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. And early on, the driver's seat belongs to the Seahawks. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Now a first-time Pro Bowler from a year ago, Lamar Miller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Play action. Now it's Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Stephon Diggs, 81 yards. And the Bills have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear...
And now it's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
But there's a blocked extra point. I remember playing, and we had one of those go against us. I remember our kicker and our holder told the head coach, just relax, coach. Why are you yelling? Don't worry about it. It's just 1 point. Oh, my. Those coaches see a point is gold to them because you never know how it's going to turn out later.
Exactly. That's why I was just going to say first quarter. We'll see if this has any implications as the game goes on.
I still can't believe they told the head coach to relax.
Whoa, bad move. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Now Wentz. Pass incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Time go. Grade 15.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. Isaiah McKenzie is back deep for the Bills. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Cameron Johnston to punt for the Eagles.
And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Let's go, D.
Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Mike 6. 319. 6. Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day. Hey, check, go.
Throwing on 2nd down. Allen. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Let's get that ball right here. Check, Mike 21.
Regular. Hey, Alpha.
Check 26, check 26.
Regular.
So the shotgun snap to Allen. And he's able to find Diggs. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
He's going to sling this deep downfield, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 6.
Let's go.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he has another 1st down as he'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. So in the 2nd quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
And if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. Now Wentz. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And the ball is knocked out. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. They'll try the right side this time here with Gordon. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Jatavis Brown there on the tackle.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
53, check 53. That's what I do.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's going to take this close to the 1st down marker as he's stopped at the Eagles' 32. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Hey, Brown 80!
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Check.
180! Monday.
Check 53 is right. It's our time.
Allen now on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
56, 56.
And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
On 1st down, Allen. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Fletcher Cox able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week. Another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point.
Hey, exit.
Hey, check Mike 6, Mike 6. I'm here all day. Mike 6.
After the sack on 1st down, Allen flush to his right. And he's going to go down again. The sack by Brandon Graham. He's been doing that since he entered the league in 2010.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Wentz now on first down. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. It'll be a loss of 7 on the play. And it'll make this a 2nd and long.
Here we go, here we go. 50. No check.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete here.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lot behind it. Wow. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen going deep for Diggs. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Allen going to try and throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first down, Wentz escaping the pressure right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Fielded about a yard deep. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 20, 10. And it will not be a return touchdown, as close as he could possibly get. He's finally stopped at the 1.
And, partner, not only is he kicking himself right now, he's going to petition the league for 99-yard fields. That's almost not fair to get it that far and not get into the end zone. Nevertheless, a great return.
Breaking the huddle, first and goal as the return team has set him up with golden field position.
Team 6. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you. Hey, switch gears.
Go.
From the gun, it's Allen to the end zone, but it's incomplete. The veteran Andre Roberts is the intended target, but it'll be second and goal.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
Sets up third down and goal.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Fletcher Cox in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open. Left him nowhere to go with the football. Had to absorb the sack.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Now Sanders. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He lost 2 there, and it's third down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
Here we go. 50, check my 50. Right Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3.
Push.
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 42-yard line.
There we go. Pack. 120.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check. Mike 50, Mike 50.
Come on now. Push.
On 2nd and 12, Wentz into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker, and he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Gordon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
At the Eagles' 35-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Alert. Hey, zoom.
Allen. And his throw is incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Call it a gain of 5, 4th down now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And this one is right down Broadway. And the lead stretches to 9. It's now 12-3. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Again, it's McCoy. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he connects with Ertz. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
First down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle first down.
And an Eagle first down.
Wentz now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on first down. It's Sanders, and they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Tremaine Edmonds, the Bills' leading tackler as a rookie last year, in on the stop there.
At the 21-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again with Sanders. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Back now in Buffalo. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Throwing is Wentz. Looking for Sanders, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And he is going to score. It's a pick 6 and a Bills touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
All day, defense, all day.
Go, go.
So after the INT, it's Allen. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Marquise Goodwin scoring a touchdown against his former mates, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Allen. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Bills on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Allen to throw it. And Diggs has it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a 1st down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker. Allen now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. On play action, Allen. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. As far as undrafted players go, Philip Lindsay took most of the headlines a season ago. But remember, Robert Foster was undrafted out of Alabama as well. Signed with the Bills in May of 2018 and had a pretty good year. 27 catches, 541 yards. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 34. Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10. Gordon. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get him into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Bills on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5.
Orbit. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Mike, 53. 53. Mike. Hey, I'm coming. Here we go.
Now Allen to throw. From the gun, he'll throw. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Melvin Gordon with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka now for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Here we go.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Wentz. Going to drop this off to McCoy. Complete. And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you've got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Lefty, lefty.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. Well, this is caught by Jackson. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Out of the shotgun, it's McCoy. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Watch twist.
On 2nd and 9, Wentz. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jordan Poyer, and they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
At their own 42-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go, D.
56, 56.
Now a tipped carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Left side caught by Diggs. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. And Allen is actually going to throw it here. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Stephon Diggs with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Bills will add on to their lead. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Eagles' offense set to begin their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team